Today at Maple Lane, we have a 2025 Böckmann Big Champion seen here in the metallic silver roof and the front bow. And we have a small horse head decor on this one by Jan Künster. This is the SKA version of the Big Champion, which describes the kind of tack covered that you have and how the access is to it. It's a 7'8" internal height trailer. You have two 33-inch wide stalls here, and it's built on the galvanized steel chassis that you see with anodized aluminum wall panels. They have an air pocket inside, so an extruded panel, and that provides an insulation factor, so cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter when the horses are on board. As a standard feature of the Big Champion, it turns into a door ramp combination, which means it can go from this 5-foot treaded rubber mat, which is a Böckmann original design, and then be created to be a wing door, so you can use it as a step up or as a utility type of trailer. So again, two 33-inch wide stalls here. Up at the front, you have where the top of that chest bar bracket is. That's a place to tie your trailer tie if you use one of those. Same on the other side, right there. And you can see that it's easy to adjust to have a chest bar either at the taller position if you have larger warm bloods, or if you've got somebody smaller riding on board, you can lower that chest bar. We have people with Icelandics often that purchase these trailers, and they will raise the floor up to the Icelandic for the proper chest height by adding mats to the ground, shavings, and we can also add, if need be, a lower stall bracket position. That's another 4 inches lower than the one you see here. So they're very adaptable trailers. At the back, you have 3 positions for the rear stall bar, and I have this one set up on the driver's side at the longest position. You really don't want too much space in your horse trailer for the horses, enough for them to feel comfortable, shift their weight, but you don't want them to be thrown off their feet when you go in and out of traffic, around a corner, around a curve, or more importantly during some kind of craziness on the road that you have to mitigate. So I'll just show you here. It comes up and in very easily. That's just using my left hand, and I'm a right-handed gal. And then if you're going to take it down and you want to change positions, you just hang the bar down, lift it up, and move it to the correct position. I find horses wear a 78 blanket often will be on that middle bar. And again, depends on their conformation, how long a back they are, how short a back, etc. Easy to lift this post up out of the floor. We have a video, I think, on our Facebook page and maybe also on the YouTube channel that shows how to remove the stall divider. If you want to make it a single stall width for mare and foal, very large draft horse, moving things, it's very easy to take apart. So we have that information in both the operating manual and I believe also online. So let's talk about the features of the Big Champion. They have a taller wall than the regular Champion, the smaller version, not as tall a wall as a Portax because they don't need it to support any extra tall structures, but it's really nice to have a larger entrance door. So if you're a tall person, this is a nice door entrance for you. Comes with the chest bar covers that you see, the padding on the front. You can purchase additional padding for the rear if you'd like. So I walk in, you can see that up here we have our tinted windows. I'm just going to push that open for you. Really easy to open. They stay open even traveling on the 400 highways if you're in Ontario. You have a light for loading and unloading, which would be white, and then you can change that light to a blue with using a toggle switch, which you can see if I find my right up here on the saddle cupboard. And blue would be for night travel. Blue is very calming for all mammals. Böckmann tries to use the latest research to help both people and ponies when they're on board. And blue light is very calming, so really nice also at night or if you have a stressed horse. Just close that up. You can see in the roof here we have a hay hanger. We have another one over here. We also have a tether point on top of the tack locker. You could tether stuff up there. You could put hay, put bales of hay up there. You could put a feeder bag that might hang down over the front. So you have options, and you can always add more brackets if you wish. They're just riveted in, so that's very handy. The buckets that you see do come with the trailer. They're a standard feature, one on the door. Yeah, it's the person access door, and one in front of the driver's side horse. You can choose to have them on board or not on board, but when the horses are going, but they're handy if you're serving lunch or breakfast or dinner somewhere en route, and that gives you a bucket to work with. So lots of good features inside the trailer. Let's look at the tack locker. We'll go around this side. People ask me what this hook is for. If you see the video of the how to open the wing door, when the door comes around the side, you can hook to a ring on the back of the door to keep that wing door open, so it's not going to blow around while you're trying to mount your or load your horse. Rings on the side are the MSS system. That's a patented system by Böckmann to release the stall bars in case of emergency. You can do it from outside the trailer. This one is for the chest bar. It's the bottom bolt on the chest bar system on the inside of the trailer. So by unscrewing that, turning it and it coming out, it releases the bar bracket that's on the inside, and then that will just fall away and the horse comes down on all 4 feet. If they decide they're exiting too quick out the back and they jam their backsides underneath the rear stall bar, you can undo both brackets, top and bottom, both rings, and that will take the bracket that's sitting here with the stall bar across over top of their back and let it lift off their back, release the pressure, and then they'll walk forward and you can get them all started again. So inside this tack locker, it's taller than the tack locker of the Champion R, bigger trailer, more space for storage here. And you have, again, English racks in this one. Also Western racks are available, and you can just pull out the English rack. The Western rack would also swing back and forth, but it doesn't telescope. This locks back into place. And then you can choose where you would like to position the rack inside the locker, and that red lever up at the top is going to secure it in place. You have 2 little shelves in here, so you can put bottles and various gizmos that you want to take with you. A blanket rack, a saddle pad rack, a rack for your show coats. You can use it how you choose. There are 6 hooks in this trailer, 2 on the door that accesses this tack storage area from the horse stall side, 2 on the back wall, and 2 up here on the door. So you have places to hang things. You have your step stool to get up to open and close your roof vent or sit and put on your boots. The cleanup crew, standard in all the Böckmann trailers that have a tack cupboard. We also have a light in here so you can load and unload at night or the early dawn. And then the all-important mirror, gotta have that if you're at the show, and extra storage nets. So it's quite a complete little unit. We love that. This trailer sits on the WCF suspension, which is an elite independent torsion suspension that has trailing arms, and they work like what goes on under your car or truck for towing. So the same kind of system is below this horse trailer, which is really unique in the industry. It's one of the reasons we like Böckmann, and they are able to, with the movement of the suspension, it keeps the road chatter at the road and it doesn't move your horse. So a really sweet system, and comes as standard part of the package. Well, that's a very long video about this beautiful Big Champion, but it's waiting here at Maple Lane Equestrian Trailers and looking to follow you home soon.